Now at 11, a brush fire in St. Johns County spanning more than 40 acres is under control, but not completely out. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Rich Donnelly. St. Johns County Fire Rescue spent hours today trying to manage the fire, and they're still out there right now. Our Zach Wilcox joins us live from County Road 214 in West Augustine. Zach, the key point tonight, no buildings were damaged and no one was hurt.
Yeah, Rich, and how about the difference that a couple of hours can make? I mean, this fire started early in the afternoon, but even when we were out here at 7 o'clock, there was still a lot of smoke in the air, and there were a lot of flashing lights here on Carter Road. Not the case anymore. In fact, I can barely smell any smoke at this point. And we talked with this property owner here. You can see his fence here. He'd actually cleared out some of his property so that there were some roads available for the firefighters to go down, and he mentioned that it's a relief that this thing was under control so quickly, especially considering this whole area had another fire very similar to this one just a year ago.
We bought it for our family, which making a transition from the beach, which is a little bit more land and kind of some privacy for the family.
William Harvey says he was just getting his new few acres of land in West Augustine ready to build the new family house on when he got a call that made his heart sink.
There was a fire here and it jumped the road and got kind of a little aggressive, which can get out of hand at times, but thankful we had the firemen that were here attentively and took care of it.
St. Johns County Fire Rescue spokesperson Chris Naff says the fire spanned 40 acres and they fought it in 3 parts using trucks and a helicopter.
And they have what they call a Bambi bucket, which drops water on hot spots. So they'll go pick up water out of lakes and ponds and to be able to disperse water quicker than we can get hose lines in and out sometimes.
The fire was just about a quarter of a mile away from where one broke out just over a year ago, also shutting down part of County Road 214.
I feel for them. You know, luckily there's been no damage on both fires.
Harvey will wait for daylight to take stock of any damage to the property, but the fire hasn't deterred him from his move from the beach.
It did, you know, put a dent in things, thinking, you know, how lucky you could be for a fire to not be, you know, that close to you. So I'm very thankful.
So St. Johns County Fire Rescue will keep some trucks in the area all through the night just to make sure if there are any possible little pop-up spots, they can get those back under control. And at this point, the cause of this whole fire is still under investigation. In West Augustine, Zach Wilcox, First Coast News, on your side.